Hello there. I'm playing Satisfactory in the mornings again. Thinking I might make a routine out of this. I've got the bug again for making things. Good morning, folks. Or very late at night, depending on where you are. So before I started up just then, I split the copper belt and I've had it feed into this smelter. And then this thing which makes copper sheets, considering we're going to have to make a lot of pipes. So we're going to leave this making copper sheets for now. And we'll come back to it. And we'll leave the rest of the factory running as well. But we've got something to be getting on with. We need to do a little exploratory mission here. So last time we played this, I experimented with pumping water over to these. I like the heat distortion there on the desert, it's very good. Is that limestone over there? No, it's just some rocks. Do you not have cars yet? No, I don't, so we're still running back and forth. Oh, look, the big lad popped in. The guardian of the coal plant. So the coal plants don't just take coal now. They also take water, which makes them a bit more of a logistical challenge here. There is definitely a slug under the ground here, isn't it? There must be a cave down here. In fact, we know there's an entrance to a cave over there. So this must be on the ceiling of the cave, basically. Okay, so we need to do some counting, unfortunately. Ooh, look, they got a spinny in the middle. Okay, so they each use 45 water a minute. And both of these on. Yikes, got stuck under that one. You can't crawl under the pipes, but you can slide under them. Okay. So let's just do water for now. We'll work out how much coal we have access to as well. I think this is 2 pure coal nodes. So we're outputting 120 a minute from these level 1 miners. If each miner uses 1 coal per 4 seconds, so how much do the coal miners burn per minute? I think coal is not going to be the issue here. Isn't there a steam release coming? There is eventually, yeah. You can run two coal plants on 1 water input. The 8 for free is exact. Yeah, because this is 120, isn't it? And we've got the coal to run 8 plants, I think. Let's see, the max flow rate is 300. This is max flow rate 600. The flow rate on this thing is 600, but the pipes are 300, I think. But couldn't a pipe feed 6 of them, though, if it was fully filled with water? You know, because it's 45, so call it 50 times 6 is 300, right? It'll feed 6 and a bit coal generators off one pipe, right? So we'll leave this pipe feeding these two, and then if we wanted 6 more, then we'd have to... I think I'm stuck. So one pipe will feed 6. And one pump itself will feed 2. So if I wanted 6 more, I'd basically need 3 more pumps. But could probably get away with 2 with the overlap, right? So what I would do is have 6 more generators, and then I need to run a pipe over to you can run, so we could run 5 on 2 pumps but not 6. So I basically need 3 pumps, which would be a little inefficient, but that we could expand it later. And we'd have to run it from the oasis over there. Now, the other thing we can do is go and double check if there's any closer coal to here. Because if there's coal right by the oasis, then we'll be sorted. If not, then we've got to run over this dune. But we only have to get it up over this, over the top, and then it'll just flow down. Bad. Alright. I mean, it's basically the same either way. We'll use this one, because we've already got stuff there. We just gotta double check that this can actually work. Yeah, they fit. So we need to put like 3 of these extractors here feeding into the same pipe, and then we just run the pipe up over the top and down the other side. this is deep enough. Oh, we can see a power slug through the floor there. E to pick up no item in foliage. Alright, so this needs 70. Might as well pick it up while we're here, which means it's going to take 3 of these. And we don't have any pipes. So we'll have to come back for this. Are the water reservoirs infinite? I believe so, yes. They come from infinite underground springs or something. That'd be a pain in the arse, wouldn't it, if it ran out? You have to wait till it rained to refill, and I'm in a desert. Okay, so we know the general shape of what we need to do now. I might just throw on 5 more generators to save a pump. So we can run that off too. Any luck with the wood today? Well, we're sort of okay for wood now. We've got a box full of it. The ragdolling's very funny. You can use 2 pumps in 1 pipe from the oasis to get the rest of the water. You need to run 8 total generators. Oh, I just need to hook it up to that same pipe network as the other one, would I? Like have it all feed into the same network. As long as you never bottleneck it down to 1 pipe. Might be doable. Just feed them in from 2 different ends. It might work. Let's go finish Logistics Mark II, so we've got something to actually do with this extra power once we've set it up. Let's pick up some rods. Because the point of this is that without setting up like mass power, like you can't really just boom with the machines. Like, you know, from those 2 coal gens, this tiny little plant is nearly tripping it. So if we want to massively expand production, we need to first massively expand energy. That's the plan.
Milestone reached.
I like watching this thing.
Versions of conveyor belts and conveyor lifts are now accessible. To encourage additional verticality, conveyor poles now have a stackable variant.
Okay. So, unfortunately, coal generators are expensive for what our little plant can produce. So let's see how much we've got here. 24. Screws are the real bottleneck here. We're producing like 40 screws, but using like nearly 200. That's enough for like 3. Let's grab some cables. and pipes. And we also need rotors for these as well, which is annoying. And then we're going to need a bunch of pumps too, unfortunately. Concrete, because we're going to have to build a bunch of power poles. And pipeline supports, which might take more iron plates as well, so we should... Luckily they're fairly cheap, the pumps. Whee! Oh, where am I going? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah, Ferk is quick with the mathematics for not having played the game before. I do not have a technical background myself. I did poetry in school. It didn't really prepare me for this. Alright, so we work on getting the water up first, and then we'll spend the rest of the materials that are produced on the coal gens. God, this will be easier once we get a little car. Well, that's what this is all for, after all. I remember on one of my first larger builds, screws were so annoying that I built a little screw production plant and just shipped them in by truck. It's just to get them out the way. Oh, look at this area of the ground. A slightly different colour than the other areas. It's a little weird. Right, so there's limestone over here. Don't know what this big tree is. Alright, so where are we going here? This little roving band of pig things. Other than that, we need to get up to like this hill, don't we? Wonderful. Right. We hook those together, don't we? And then we put a cross in the center. And then we... Why have you went in that way? Is there a ladder on this thing? I like that you can build floating structures now. can rotate. That's handy, though. I'm glad that that's possible. It's just, oh, it's all very dark all of a sudden. Let's see if we can set up 3 biomass burners. Just very quickly to unlock this box. They can't run the pumps. Look, I don't actually need the pumps on right now. There we go. Alright, that's producing 70. Let's go get it. There's a spitter near this, and I don't like fighting those. Nice. There it is over there. Oh well, we got what we came for. The nighttime effect looks neat. Yeah, it's a very pretty game, isn't it? Disconnect the pod. Hook these back up. Let's just put the pipe in first without pumps. It's relatively straight. Until we get to the base of the hill. And then it'll need to be pumped up. I'm gonna have to fight these things, aren't I? I would prefer not to. Once we get to here, it's easy. Probably going to take more pipe than I have, but we've got to go back for more resources anyway, so. It'd be cool if this game modeled the siphon effect. What's the siphon effect? We probably get one more. Yeah, we'll put another hill here. Ah, well, it's got to go uphill either way, so. Alright, so we got to there. It's not bad. You can run water up a hill for no power if the eventual destination of the pipe is below the source. Physics, eh? So we got the pipe most of the way there. We're going to need like another couple hundred though to build the rest of the stuff. Put a reservoir in. Connect it up to the generators, which we still need to build. Yes. We should take a look. Well, we'll start this this research when we're over here. Just gonna keep putting lookout towers around this thing. Until we've got a proper way to get up and down sorted. Alright, hard drive. That's a good scan hard drive button, I like it a lot. Let's see how many of these we've got. That might be enough, maybe, probably not, but I see us having to do multiple trips either way. We got 20 plates. 10 more rotors. Nearly there. God, a little buggy's gonna make this so much easier. Use more pipe and follow the ridge versus going straight and using more pumps. Yeah, I could do that. Pipe isn't that expensive, really. It is for me right now, but it won't be going forward. It's going to be a pain to pump this up, isn't it? You end up using... I mean, to be fair, though, we are going to massively increase the amount of coal generators we have on, so the fluid network shouldn't be as big of a hit as it is now. How's video writing work going, by the way? Good. Yeah. Coming along nicely. About to put my Q&A out once I tick over into 300k subscribers, which should be anytime soon. To just cut that off for a second. Alright, that's all I can afford right now. That's another Freon. There we go. Hooked it back up. Okay. So we need to start using splitters to get these things up there for when these need to be fed. Logistics, conveyor lift. What is this made out of? Oh, right. Expensive for us right now. I'm tired and foot. Show my Twitch subs for a second. 300,000 Twitch subs. I'd be a millionaire. I'd suddenly start supporting Bloomberg and the Tories. Like, actually, wealth tax, is it actually good? Hang on though. I've had an idea. I forgot about the verticality of the supports, and given that we're coming from a higher place here, you know what? We should just get rid of these fucking things, shouldn't we? Oi. Little one. Just do them one by one. They don't respawn, thankfully. Just need to avoid pulling the big one. These two appear to be a team. Come on. Nice. That probably garden's something good as well, eh? Little cave
Hello
up
there.
there.
Howdy, Sean. Have you seen the absolute cartoonish evil going on in the American Democratic Party recently?
Yes.
It's nice to go on Twitch and unwind a bit watching gamers play fancy Minecraft.
Thank you very much, Canisius, for the sub there. And yes, I have seen the ridiculousness of the primary. It's ludicrous. Okay, so I'm less sure about these big ones. I don't... Ow. No, that just hits me in the face, that does. And again, wow, okay. We went far. What am I meant to do there? Just avoid that one, I suppose, or I'll get myself killed. Oh, shit. Yes, stay stuck in a loop like that, it's weird. Hey, I punched it! Oh, I got killed. Ugh. Now let's go stab it again. Let's take some food with us. Munch munch. Hope that thing doesn't get its health back. I don't remember them being so hard. I mean, you know, they're easier with a jetpack when you can jump the charges. You can't jump the big ones on foot. Bloom blink. Bloomberg's really gonna buy the damn thing. I still think Bernie's gonna win it. But the fact that they're even trying's horrible. It's disgusting to watch a bunch of like so-called Democrats endorse a right-wing racist billionaire. Blue no matter who. We can't have Trump in. We need our own right-wing racist billionaire. So let's avoid tangling with that if we can. Now what if we instead do like so? We could get even more out of this if we put a couple of foundations down at the start, couldn't we? It just needs to go downhill the entire way, that's all. Save ourselves some pumps. Okay, around here. Fuck, stop coming this way. Let's try and kill it. God damn. I think this thing's impossible to kill with the little zapper. If they made enemies harder. Gonna have to get that rebar gun or something. Its health must reset once it kills you or something. So I hit that like a dozen times, I did. Now it's guarding. It's just gonna kill me again in one hit. Guarding as it is my death crate. I think we're stuck. Stay away, you. Right. Well, it's pathed up there. Around here. Oh, you can't reach, can you? Oh, can just about. Oh, hang on. I can boost it more. There we go. Still flowing downhill. I'll probably still need to throw a pump or two in. Just to keep it flowing, you know. Yeah, it needs to still go up a little bit here. Unless I feel like going and putting an extra foundation on these to make it flow even more. We could do that, couldn't we? We're pixel hunting now. Maybe this would be easier if they made a 2D version. Nah, this game just wouldn't work in 2D. It's still going down, isn't it? Yeah. So it still needs a tiny little boost near the end, but it's nothing like one pump can't sort. So what we want to do here, I believe, probably work this. Let's connect this up like this. quite hard to work with the pipes when you don't have a way to get around them easy. And then this. Now the problem with this is going to be pumping water through this system, isn't it? Which isn't good. Good. Luckily it's not flowing up this hill. And we can put pumps in as we go to push it the other way. Let's just run it alongside. No need to be too fancy. Can you use pumps as flow control in this? I believe you can, yes. I think they don't go back, like the water won't travel through a pump that's facing in one particular direction. This game needs a build camera. Again, it's easier once you got a jetpack, you know, then you can just fly up. So, and that's the pumps hooked up, right? And what this is probably going to trip the power before we get this other coal online. When I'm right, I'm right. Okay. Okay. So, what we need to do is disconnect the rest of the factory briefly. Hook up these with coal. And then bring the water network online. And then reconnect the rest of the factory. Otherwise it's going to be tripping constantly and I have to be running back and forth. So, sorry rest of the factory. You have to not have power for a bit. There we go. Alright. So how much coal do these use? Well, it doesn't have any power. Per minute. 1 every 4 seconds, right. So, and how much do these output? 120 a minute. I'll just, for now, I will feed 1 off 2 and 1 off 3, which is inefficient. But, you know, what are you going to do? Rather than do a perfect splitter, because it doesn't actually matter right now. You could run 8 of them from a single coal mine. Yeah, exactly. Well, we're hamstrung, remember, by the our belts at the moment, which can only transport 60 per right? Which means one can only actually feed 3. Whatever. I'll put it in even for no real reason because we can. There we go. In that case, you can run 4 for each. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's going to increase once we get better belts, but... Whoa, what's happening? Oh, that's you coming online. I see. Okay, awesome. So these are all coming on, oddly. Why are they all coming on? Why is water coming down this pipe? Oh, you know what might be happening? We might be draining this, this overflow. Yeah, we are. What the fuck? What are you doing there? Yeah, we are. Hang on, it's ticking back up. But we can't be, can we? Pushing water over that hill? I mean, there's water in these pipes. How is it doing it, though? Sean swearing, is this real? You haven't seen me play Sekiro. Every time I miss a counter. Still water in the pipes. How is it cresting this hill? It can't be done. This is way higher than 10 meters, right? Yeah, there's no water in this pipe. But also, one pump can't be feeding 5 of them by itself, can it? I don't know how these fucking pumps work. It's like, I can't do it. I can't do the maths on the pumps. Someone Google. I'm just staying on the pipes. Enemies can't get me up here. It filled up with water along here before the generator started working and now it's draining. Yeah, that would make sense. Because that one pump can't feed all 5 of those by itself. Okay, so let's see how far along this has managed to push water. It'll be a little bit of the ways up the hill, is the thing, but it will not be able to get over that hill. And then like into this one, but then this is like too far, right? No. Hey, I tell you what, nearly did it though. Right, we'll throw in 2, one at the base, and like one like halfway along. Shove it up over the hill. go. Let's double check on the head lift of both of them. Okay. About 10 meters. And about 10 on that as well. So yeah, that's good. And now we should be cresting. We are indeed cresting the hill now. Which means all of these should be filled with water. They all were filled with water, but it's just it filled up this pipe and then was draining the pipe to feed the generators, wasn't it? We think that's what was happening. Yeah, look at that capacity. Very good. And this is expandable as well, because what's the... Look at that. Very low flow rate coming through to keep these fed. We can throw more pumps on the other end and more generators on this end should we need to, so that's good. I think you're right, Ferk. I think we've cracked it there. Alright, that's the rest of the factory on. Very good. Now if we put any more on this side, we need to move this pipe to come in at the right side, I think, basically. And we gotta keep an eye on them to make sure that they are all actually fed with water, because the fluid mechanics might make it a little odd. Like maybe the middle ones might not get fed as much or something. Well, that's power sorted for a minute anyway. I appreciate that coal is harder to set up now. Like that's a pretty big like engineering challenge you need to solve in order to get that on. I don't like this bit though. It's gonna use an extra bit, but I'm putting a pump in just to be sure. Just to keep it flowing. Probably fine, but it says the head lift is more than 10 meters. Yeah, 12. The pipes can be painted, making it easy to label spaghetti pipes. Oh, that's cool. Do you have anything special to stream on Valentine's Day? No. Day is it even? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yes. All right then. Yeah, so we can expand along this way. We just have to change, like move that pipe, but it shouldn't be a problem. Ah, well, that's that then. Let's see what the factory's been up to. The flow rate's very low because the generators aren't at full draw. What would make them be at full draw though? Would if they're expecting to be outputting more power, will they use more water? I don't actually know if that's true. Let's see our pipe over there. Is it a coal power plant? Yes, it is. We can also just, like, I mean, it's not good to rely on biofuel like that, but we do have, like, hours worth of biofuel down there and the ability to mass produce more of it. That we could literally just leave a few biofuel generators there and on, you know. Just consume water rather than cycling it. What am I doing? Okay. So, vehicular transport. We could get a tractor. I don't like the tractors very much. I feel like what I want to do here, though, is sort of set up actual production of stuff. It's going to take so many... although we could just, like, beeline for hypertubes because they're so fun. Or this to get the Xenobasher. That might be good. Vehicles. Although, you know, we don't have that many modular frames, and we need 100 rotors for that. It's very sad. I'm not gonna need more pipes for a while, am I? No, indeed. Can we research anything with 10 of these? Oh, also we got this. Okay. Bolted iron plate. Ugh. So I saw a build of this, which was, what you do is you take iron wire and iron alloy ingot, and then you completely don't use copper for anything other than making more iron. And then you use iron for all the copper stuff. Which is interesting, isn't it? Let's take that for now. None of them are my favourites. All my favourites just get rid of screws. Just a pain to deal with. Iron wire seems like a bad idea. With the new copper tech, it's not as viable. Oh yeah, of course, because you need... I don't know what else you spend copper on, but we now need to make copper sheets, so we still need to smelt copper, don't we? Where am I going? Slugs. So, where are our nearby iron sources? There's 1 and then 2 and 3, right? So, around here. That one's pure. Normal. It's a little oh, there's another one over there. It's this one as well. So then we got 4, right? Yeah. Oh, not you. Another pure one. That one disappears pretty quick, doesn't it? There's a new update to Satisfactory that just went up. Don't research overclocking. Normal. So 2 normals and 2 pures. Why? What's wrong with overclocking? Right, let's go get a bunch of... It isn't supposed to cost 20 power shards. Yeah, I was thinking that was quite a lot. I wonder if they made the trees drop wood yet. Is that the only hotfix? So, we get concrete. And we build iron. Hooking up all of the inputs we have currently, which we're just going to use level 1 belts for. As it stands. It's a bunch of small things. Alright. Hope they make these trees drop wood. Although, you know, we're kind of past wood now, aren't we? So it doesn't really matter. Hopefully the color cartridge recipe doesn't reward 100 biomass. Yeah, I noticed that earlier. So I'm going to build this way for iron. this ridge. Because we're going towards the iron sources then, aren't we? Yes, I think so. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm making a 10 by 10 square. Although we should push it further down by like 3. Let me take 3 off this end. And we need to make a lot of smelters. Where's the sun? Certainly put one over there. This is all coming up Millhouse. You can hold Control to mass dismantle. Oh wow! Is that new? Or have I just been fucking it up all this time? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Brilliant. That's a good start for iron. One thing though, what I would quite like, if I had it, was walls on which there were little holes in the walls to line everything up all nice. You don't have that there in the shop. So I need to go have a look at the shop. And also the sink that you built to get coupons for the shop, which is enormous, it looks like. And needs to be powered, of course. What the hell? You can't just put stuff in either, you need to feed it in. So let's say we put in some screws. Good lord. The different things take, like, you know, what if we feed in this biomass then? Well, you get more for that, because that's a more complicated build. Okay. Oh, I just nudged my computer. Thank God it didn't explode. So we need 5, don't we? What if we put in something like complicated? You know, from like later on, like 8 motors or something. What the hell? That's a cute little animation there. So we bought the schematic for the walls now. So that's how that works. Then we got attachments. I'm going to take a gamble. And that gamble is on me not needing much of this crap down here. Because we've moved off of biomass. Really, the only thing that I remember that we need now is for chainsaw fuel, and you don't need that much of that. So what if we were to be very cheeky and hooked the sink up to our biomass production? Right. And then come back to it later. Should be alright, shouldn't it? Use some of that wood we got earlier. Alright, very good. Hopefully it doesn't use too much power. Okay, so we need just tons and tons of pipes and wire. We've got tons and tons of wire. So now we need tons and tons of pipes. What's this doing? 16. This production's so slow. 32. Get the little cart, it's super cute. I will once I've got enough coupons. Okay. So let's lay this out. Going to need a splitter and a merger here, so we'll put that on 5 and that on 6 for now. So we're going to have such as this, right? And then we need a splitter, which needs to line up with this, like that. Then that'll run along there. And then a smelter, which lines up with that. And we'll do 5 and 5. What am I doing? I put these on the bar specifically. Right, and then a merger. Although we shouldn't use the outside wall because that's... We should leave that. That's getting too close. We do a merger like that. There we go. So that's space down here to split, space in the middle to merge. Then we need another space in the middle to split again. Like that. Let me put that more in the middle. Make it a little easier on ourselves later on. No, you can't. Oh well. Whatever. So we could actually put these a little further in, couldn't we? As a few of them are, because they're misaligned. So just one more to the right. Like that. Yeah, that's even. So we're going to somewhat increase production here, given that we were using one smelter before, and I'm going to go up to like 20. And then we can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And then we need a merger in the middle. Like that. And then this can even be brought in a little more. Oh, we're going to have tons of space. and 5. There we go. And now the good thing about this is you can put it in again. I've built enough space to make it twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's space and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we can put in another 20 on this floor should we need to. Now we need to put all the mergers and splitters in. Oh shit, I'm putting them in backwards. Or at least I put that one in backwards. Hopefully the other one was right, but I don't think it was. Yeah, we want the blue towards us, don't we? Good morning, Reaper of. Yeah, these are backwards. Curses. Good job I noticed. Okay, so 5 splitter. We can split from that, and yeah. I like the big complex builds. Then I need to hook up the iron ore to this. So the thinking is we split it in half, all of our input. Right? And then we run one of those down the center, which will feed 10, and then we split one in half and run one each down each half. Damn. Use a slide jump to get high enough. Who needs a jetpack? Not me. Gonna need to go for more plates. Let's do that. Then need to hook it all up with power, set the recipe on all of the machines. Oh, there's a lot of jobs. Then hook up the inputs, but after that, we're going to be laughing. I always miss at least one of these. One of them will not be there. It's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Nearly done now. This is something a lot of people who are playing this for the first time won't know to do. They won't know how much you need to expand production. Like, they'll be like, okay, so I just need to overclock my current 2 smelters, and that'll do me. No. No. Later on, like, I think my big factory had this and mirrored on the other side for 40 smelters, and then doubled up again on a level above it for 80. Okay, so that's all that hooked up. So that's 1 ore in, 2 ores in, 3 ores in. And everything appears to be working. This is going to be a pain in the arse to hook up with only level 1 electrical networks as well. But what are you going to do? So we can only hook up 3 to each one. So of course, you know, the cleanest way to do it would be just to no, we can only hook up 2 to each one. Right. So you need an input and output as well. You can only guarantee 2 being hooked up anyway. So we could like just hook up these 2 extra machines, but then we wouldn't have an in and an out. So unfortunately, well, they're all on anyway. There. Finally a streamer who knows what they're doing and are up at this hour. I don't know what I'm doing. I've seen some people play this game and they put me to shame, they do. That one, right. And now here. Yeah? And there. And we can hook this one along, hopefully, to hook the 2 sides together. Wonderful. You're basically good at the game, you just don't like working out the numbers to get clean builds. Yeah, that's true. Alright. So, that's the structure of the smelters setup for now. So now we need to worry about the input, which I think should go along this end, probably. Now this one's easy, we just spin it round and point it over this way. And then we do 1, 2, and that's one over there as well, isn't it? We just hook all these up with miners. I already found Caterium. Oh yeah, of course, you use that to research it, don't you? I just ran past it, like, that's for later. Okay. I can't be bothered running back to grab some of those miners, so... So we'll just belt these over. It's close enough to belt them. But yeah, the level 1 power poles are annoying to use. Here's our other pure. Can you colour belts differently? Because I'm not going to remember which one of these belts is pure and which one of them is just regular. So we can belt that over too. They fixed the 20 power shards to enable overclocking. Yeah, but did they do that while I've been playing? Because I'll have to restart, won't I, if I want to unlock it. Hang on, this is pure too. How much iron do we have around here? I'll work it out later. It's not going to matter right now because we don't have the belts to take advantage of it. So we'll come have a look later on. You can go up this hill, can't you? Yes, you can. Wonderful. Are the nodes themselves pure or just the thingies on top? Oh yeah, of course, it could have been pure. Because when I counted before, 2 were pure and 2 were normal. Alright, so what am I going to do with this ore then? I mean, in the future, this area is going to be a train station, isn't it? So... it doesn't really matter if what we have right now is messy. The max output we have at the moment is, like the regular ones are going to output 60 and be carried at 60 down the belts. The pure ones are going to be also outputted at 60. So we're going to have 4 belts of 60, basically. Yeah. That one's normal. That one over there is definitely pure though, isn't it? I guess we just cut off the input now and start bringing it over. Yeah, pure. And outputting 160, right, okay. My inventory's getting rather full. temporary measure. Oh, of course, right. So, I mean, these are going to be used in 30 minutes, so we're only going to be able to feed like 8 of them right now before we start upgrading belts and such. But then that starts increasing substantially once we put faster belts in. There we go. Can you get stuck sliding on the things? I don't know. Oh, it lets you like shimmy out. Hmm. One, 2, 3, and it's going to be 4 over there, isn't it? That's why I built off the floor, because we can run the belt underneath the place and then belt it up. You've been playing for 2 hours. Outside entertainment. Lizard dog go. Very funny. So for now, we'll just bring all the stuff over. Gonna be very messy, but yeah, it's not permanent, is it? No, we can't have it be clipping through the floor, even if it costs me an extra concrete. That just won't do. So this one, I'm just going to feed into this end. With only 4 here, what we want really ideally is just 1 going in this end, 1 going in the other end, and 2 going in the middle, right? So we got this very inefficient belt here. We'll just bring it in here for now. There we go. Because eventually, I mean, this will all be just fed into the same sort of central sorter. Which will then feed all of these. Righty-ho. Do you get the ability to change the terrain? In certain respects, like you can blow up rocks and cut down trees and so on, but I think the actual ground itself is static, which is why I build on flat surfaces levitated above it, which we will put in some fancier looking supports eventually. So 3 of these then, eh? Can't afford them out of plates. Although 2 would be enough for now. Because we just have to merge one before it goes in. Since it's going down the one in the middle anyway, you know, it's limited to 60. Which will mean we'll be on, what, 180 iron ore? Bit rubbish, but until we've built the production for these things. Saying that though, we've got more than 100. We could probably speed that center one up at least, so that's using all of its iron. It's a goer, isn't it? Let's do that. Terrain editing's tricky to implement. Yeah, I remember they tried to do that with Factorio. Wait, not Factorio. That's a different game. Subnautica, and it didn't really work. It caused the save files to be too big or something like that. Okay, so the center one is the one that requires the faster belts. So let's upgrade these. Hang on, but we don't need to upgrade these, do we? We just need to upgrade the center, because it's going to be going into each machine the same. So we can save on materials by just upgrading the center belt like that. Then we have slow going into that, and then we have fast belt going into the middle. There we are. So we have slow and fast. God, this is ugly. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's getting us there, isn't it? So now we merge those to one, and we use the faster belt to connect up to the faster thing. Wonderful. Now what needs to happen is we need to hook up all of these things to power, and we'll be laughing. Just run power along the top of the dune. It's a good job sand doesn't shift at all and provides a very sturdy basis for construction. So this is it, isn't it? We're done. Now we just need to connect the first one up. And then once we've got enough level 2 belts, we can speed up all the rest of the ones coming from the pure nodes. That one isn't working over there. Should be though. Right, this one's sorted. Oh, it is. For some reason the light was just red when I was far away, but when I got close it turned green. Nice. Neat. One slight problem is that we haven't turned all these on yet. I guess we'll see what the power hit's like once they start getting fed. And here it comes, the first iron into our system. Oh, nice. Wow, it's so chill at the start before the belts like speed up 10 times. There we go. Filled the middle belt now. So the whole thing really, you know, each one of these has 60 on, which means it can be fed by 2 of these. The middle one is doubled up, so that can feed 4. And then this one feeds 2 more. So we've got 8, basically 8 out of 20. There we go, I missed that one. They should all have green or yellow lights. So we're not even at half capacity right now. And even if we upgraded all the belts to level 2, we still wouldn't be at full capacity. Then we'd be using 16 of these smelters. And they all output on these 2 things here. Right. Well, that's that build done. Now we just need to figure out what to do with it. For now, though, Let's let all those machines fill up. This system's still being fed out to this overflow chest, which is fun. We'll leave that running for now. Righty-ho. Let's put in a bunch of concrete here. This thing there. Could make a gun. I don't really like this though. Expanded tool belt. I love the amounts of black smog as soon as you turn it on. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Let's go see how many coupons we've got. Six. Wow, this sort of grows exponentially, doesn't it? Could go exploring and try and find some computers or something, but my health is so low. Corner ramp pack. Walkways. I wanted all those, the thing. Coffee cup. 10 beacons for a coupon. Just make those. Trade them in for rotors as well. Pipeline wall through hole. That's fun. I would recommend you get the foundation stuff. I mean, you can get a little cart though. Look how cute that is. I mean, corner ramps, that's good for vehicles. That's also good that there's a little sort of visual support pillar instead of just using the big ugly blocks. And windows is good as well. And then there's these statues if you want to show off. Golden nut statue. Jeez. What's actually going to be useful right now, though? Like, you know, these are going to be useful. Going to go with practicality first. Let's store our extra coupon there. Okay, I don't use jump pads very much. We can get vehicles, get these, advanced steel. I mean, we need regular steel production before we can get that. This is doable. Get the Xeno Basher. I might get this actually, considering. I just need more wire and cable. If we're gonna go looking for stuff, we need a way to defend ourselves. We can save up for the cart. No, not this. Don't you mean murder all the natives? I'm just looking for food out here.
Milestone reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension, added an
Hey.
additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
Where'd my pod go? Pod's gone. Didn't fly up. Okay, so we get rid of the old one. Oh no, we need one though, don't we, to construct the new one? Yeah, you need two actually. Let's go looking for food. I'm going to travel over that way, past the waterfall, see where we end up. We do need food. We'll just leave the factory doing its thing for now. At least we can whack the aliens a little harder now. I'll remember to save and restart an update before I spend 10 power slugs on unlocking overclocking. I wonder if the water gets deep over there. What's this here then? We got some limestone. What else do we need water for? Right now it just seems like coal, but it's got to be used for something else, right? I assume nuclear will take it too. Yeah. Hate these things. Come on. Little gits. I wonder if nuclear creates nuclear wastewater. You have to do something with. Hey, okay, base of the waterfall, we got another water source. Nice. If we need it for anything. I wonder if there's coal near here, just randomly. No. Well, we got more water nearby if we need it. Nuclear does, but oil doesn't. Okay, so just nuclear we know about so far. Of course, we need to do all this pipe stuff for oil as well, don't we? Nearly at full health again now. I wish you could just plant the berries. Just plant some. Have them regrow into another one. Best thing about Subnautica, making a little underwater garden. It's very cute. Oh shit. Grr. I guess we take some quartz back, and if we find any...
This mineral shows purity levels akin to synthetic quartz manufactured on Earth and can be used to improve communication and exploration technologies. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Remind me to pick up Caterium if we see it. There's more iron. Oh, well. That's handy.
New technologies can be developed based on this new superconductive gold-like element, primarily in power and electronics. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Fancy. So one thing I wish they put in this game is you now have a tool belt and you put multiple stuff on the tool belt. Right, so, you know, we can put this on, we can make, hang on, like that, and then the beacons maybe. And you can swap between them all. But you always need to have something in your hand. You can't swap to an empty slot on the belt. And you don't always want, like, a big bit of your view blocked by something like that. I mean, I could just hold the nut the whole time, you know, because that's relatively small and unobtrusive. You need a way to holster your nuts. Alright, well this looks like a very mean wall over here. Just enemies all over it. Okay, great. We avoid that one. I love the new coffee cup, it's barely visible. I might get that just to have. We're finding more food this way though. Very handy. Nuts all over the place over here. There's a slug up there. Nice. Not much else about. I haven't seen any crash sites this way. I've only found 2 of them so far. That gets a lot easier once you get the jetpack there. Don't forget to research all the food. I've done that, luckily. Can we research, what is it, mycelia or something? That probably drops from this, right?
The mycelia within this fungus suggests strong molecular bonding features frequently observed in adhesives and medicine, both beneficial for field research. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Let's grab a bunch of it while we're here. Nice. It's good enough to research. So if you put one thing away, like let's say we get the beacons out, we swap to them, and then we put them away. Now we have nothing in our hands right now, so we can run around. But then by scrolling, we swap to our equip bar, but we can't scroll off it. I wish there was just an option to scroll to an empty slot, that's all. That's all I want out of life. They hit a slug. This game is high-tech. It's like high-tech modded Minecraft. Or, you know, HD modded Minecraft, basically. I like this area. There's absolutely no enemies. There's got to be something good up there, right? Maybe not. I can hear something around. Is it underneath? Ah well, forever a mystery. It's another lake if we need it. Leave me alone, you. So these get mad if you harvest, don't they? I think if I pick the slug up, they'll release gas. We just need to be out the area. I think they get mad if you harvest. This thing's so much better. Oh, what's going on over here then? This looks like the edge of the map, given that the sea just ends over there. Congratulations on getting a new laptop, Glaucus. Oh, hello there. Thought I would have seen more drop pods by now. Oh, we've got a lot of power slugs at the very least. Crap. Curses. Oh, for the love of Christ. Give me your organs. Ooh, there's a purple one over there. This area is fairly chill, isn't it? We're just collecting stuff. And there's only little babby enemies. None of the big ones that kill you. Oh, that's a gas area, I see. Well, I can't do that yet. Come on then. They're easier now. That's such a good visual representation of where your base is, having the big space elevator there. Ooh, hello. Ah, crap. Oi! Oh, drop pod over there. Nice, let's have an investigate. Before you start seriously, like, building factories, it's good to have quite a few of these. Oh, that's in a gas area too. I'll die if I go in there. Well. There we go. Just remember where that is. It's another yellow one. A little bit out of bounds there. It's fine. No one's going to hold it against me. How are you supposed to get this out?
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
I only know how to cheat and do that. Use the chainsaw's broken AoE effect that just deletes everything that's around you if you cut down a plant, which you can use to get rid of boulders and things. Well, when we do start overclocking, which we only use on particular stuff, I prefer to build big and not need to overclock, rather than build small and, you know, have to overclock to fit the space. But it's useful on certain things. Like, say, nuclear power plants, I remember. The game likes you trying to slide in water. Fuck. Alright, so we have 28 nuts. That's not bad for a little trip. We refilled our health, got some nuts. There's got to be something good up there, right? Little platforming puzzle. It's always rewarded with a present at the end. Oh, it's just one of these things. Although we can see from here if there's any other drop pods. It's the base over there. That's not our miner there, is it? That's another drop pod. There's one up there. Well, I mean, like, where's Wally here, isn't it? Alright, so in the sand, the desert there. Need that scope that can leave marks from... Yeah, that was really good, that. Guess that's just hard to see when you're in the dunes. Let's head to there, then. There's also a fair few resource patches around here, isn't there? It's quite a lot. Well, we've got a lot to research now when we get back. What's this? Sulfur. May as well take it.
Data shows this as a mix of sulfide and sulfate minerals. It could be an indication of recent volcanic activity. A new research tree exploring volatile self-defense applications can now be accessed in the MAM.
Multiple iron nodes around here. I think probably we're going to end up with just a desert train. Oh god, getting trains over these dunes. That's going to be hell, isn't it? Didn't think about that. That goes round and picks up all the iron. So is it in this little dip here? You can always build the MAM where you are. Yeah, but wouldn't I have to leave it there? Like, can you have multiple of them researching at once? We got one more space. Hello. You can dismantle it after they all work as one mind. Oh. Well. That's interesting, isn't it? You just need to start the research there, and then you're good to leave. Huh. I'd be worried about losing the things. This has got to be a cave, right? I wonder if it's deep enough. Nah, it's not deep enough, is it? Thank you, Treebor, for the highlighted message there, and thank you, Ferk, for adding another one. Alright, that's a good little exploration. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do much more than that without a car. A little buggy. Which I still think unlocks too late. Alright, so they'll all be full now. Which means we need to think about manufacturing. It's hard to do a lot of verticality without the jetpack, or at least stairs, isn't it? Alright, let's do the hard drive first. Then drop off this and this, other things that we're going to research. Power slugs, those and those and those. And that and that and that. Let's take all of this down to the plant, actually. Yes. Let's see if we've got any more coupons. Two. Coming in a lot more slowly now. I feel like we're just kind of wasting leaves for no reason. I mean, it's only leaves, isn't it? So. I feel like we should probably stop burning this now. So we're only going to get a few more coupons out of it anyway. Okay, so basically all this stuff can come out. Because it's no longer doing anything, but just let it run out of resources. I am just going to pop to the old, the little Sean's room. I will be back shortly. You can watch the animation of this wonderful thing here. I'll be back in 1 minute, folks. Howdy, I have returned. Oh, right. So what are we going to do about production now? What I'm feeling is like we should imagine we've got 124. That might be good enough. We should leave this building, which is going to go upwards from here, as smelting. And then build another one of these a little ways over. That will be manufacturing. Because all of this is coming up once it's done. Unfortunately, it overlaps though, but we can just do this. How much space are we really going to have to leave between them? Like 3, right? We start going from there, maybe. Just don't, you know, we might need a room between them, but then we just build 10 by 10 again. And just pipe stuff straight in to iron manufacturing. So that'll be the cornerstone of that. And then this original platform will just be destroyed. Or like moved out the way. Well, I misclicked there. Yeah. This might work. Eh. Little bounce jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so it actually like joins up with this one. Ten by 10's good enough, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and wow, 10. That's handy. 10 by 10 will do for now. I got free coupons. I might just want this immediately. And the coffee cup, obviously. Where do we make a coffee cup? You don't have to construct it with you. Okay, so it's not there. It's not in here. Where do we get a coffee cup from? Prototype, 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 prototype. Yeah, look at that. Proper support pillars. Gonna make the factory look so nice when it's done. Oh yeah, what did I even go for there for? It was more concrete, wasn't it? How do you make a coffee cup then? I mean, if I can't craft it in any of these, then it has to be crafted in a machine, doesn't it? Which would be what? Like... Oh, we're done. Good. Stitched iron plate. Gets rid of the need for screws. I'm going to take that. Probably not going to use it though. Just yet. It's in item shop, second tab. Oh, purchases. Oh, right. Take a sip. Oh, great, we got a cup. Arctarium, right.
New resource added to the resource scanner.
Ah, we need even more. But we can scan for it now, so that's handy. Let's just grab all this stuff. Some of it only takes 3 seconds, and then some of it takes 10 minutes. It's like really bizarre. Medical properties. Can't do that. I like listening to the little jingle anyway. What am I going for here? This, wait, hang on. This one. So we need 2000 wire. We've got that. It's cable. That's pipes. There we go. I'll never forget that car of his with unbreakable windows that got broken. Why would you ever put that to the test unless you were 100% sure that it would not break? That is so weird. Alright, so this is all still producing. But it's not actually in the way of us now. But I did forget to get the concrete again. I've went over there twice now trying to get concrete, and I've got distracted both times by other stuff. There we go. So what I'm going to have is one floor making plates, one floor making rods. Then above that, like screws. Then above that, reinforced plates. This is the problem though, you end up, if you try and build for the future, you end up with an absolutely ridiculously gigantic factory. And it's horrible. Ugh. Which means, really, we kind of need stairs here, don't we? Which take coupons now, so we need to put some expensive things in to get some stairs. Otherwise, we're fucked. Right, okay, so stairs. Okay, so we need 2 coupons. So what can we put in here? What's the most expensive things that we found? What happens if you put in one of these? Like 15 of these bars. Let's try these bars. Yeah, that'll do it for us. It won't. We got like over 1,000, but you know, that's not enough. We'll get 1, and we need something new. What can we ban? I'll try putting one of these in. And one of these in. I don't think they'll do anything. And then the rest of the motors. Doesn't have a conveyor belt model. Okay, that actually worked, right? So no, it didn't. It didn't go in. Well, Alright, let's hope 8 motors can get us there. Close. Alright, 8 of these then. It's probably gonna do it. It didn't. I don't want to waste all of my damn resources. There we go. Go. We have stairs, which means we can get around the factory without. We should also probably put a path across in the middle one. Sorry, just had to do a little cough. Right, so wonderful. So we need to keep this one clear as well, because this is going to be the path up and down on this end. Good. So this whole floor needs to be plate production, doesn't it? Which means we need a whole bunch of constructors, which means I need a whole bunch more cables. How many do you reckon we put in? 20? Can't remember. Don't know how to do this. Let's have a think. So if we keep this one, this middle one clear. Six, 7, 8. Then we can put in another 8 of these, like fairly easy. I'm going to do 8s. Okay, so this would be mergers going that way. And then constructor facing into it, right? Like that. So then we put in 8 more. Good lord. So this would be 32 constructors. So that was half of it. Now this would be a splitter in the middle, would it? Coming in this way. And then slightly larger gap between this one. Yeah. The voucher machine looks like it's tedious. I mean, there's a limited amount of stuff in it, is the thing. It's exponential, so you can only... Are these lined up? They gotta be, right? Yeah, that looks like it's lined up. Merger going that way. Very good. These aren't looking like they're lining up properly, but they must be. There we go, and this is the back, isn't it? Yeah, that works. And we've got a spare lane at the side there. And along this end. Wonderful. Although, that's not right, is it? Look. These are misaligned, so which one of these is misaligned? One of them must be. It's the very first one. I need to put in all 8 of these again. I'm gonna cry. That'll do. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Oh well, it's pretty quick. So every one of these just makes plates. And then we need to double-sided wall power. Oh, that's so good. That's beautiful. That's so... Oh, I love it. Allows you to route power through the walls. That's just so good. Now then. How is this gonna look? And then foundations. And then that can be the new floor, right? Does that work? Brilliant. Ah, what an enormous build this is. Once it's running though, it'll be nice. We should probably try and get it up and going as we go, so it'll back up, you know. I just noticed you have 112 viewers. What the fuck? What's is that? What's wrong with that? Is that too many or too few? People find this game quite pleasing to watch, I've found. It's like, oh yeah, because the time is a bit odd. Well, you know. Tis only noon, isn't it? So each floor can be three regular foundations high. I ran out of concrete. Need to go get more concrete. I don't think we're going to have enough power to hook this whole thing up in one go. Still using stuff there. So I think I ran out of concrete over here, so we'll have to actually go and get some more from down there. Yeah.
Pocket dimension has been inflated.
Yay. That it? That's all you've got to say to me. Can we research? No, not that. Not that. Sulfur. We can do sulfur. I can scan for sulfur now, should we need. Yeah, look how much more stuff we can search for now. Coal is lowercase. Need an uppercase C on the coal. Bug fix. Bug report. Eh. Okay. Yes. You were playing this before I went to sleep yesterday. You still going, or is it a new stream? It's a new stream. I've been playing for 3 hours this morning. Showing the pedant strikes again. No, I like lowercase. You ever seen my Twitter feed? It's all lowercase. Let's grab as much as we can. We need to leave room for 2 levels of smelting over there. Feeling good about this. It's going to take a long time to get it all running, but once it's in, we'll be laughing. Screw production's the thing that's going to fuck us over. this thing needs to be a cute little walkway instead of a big ugly bridge. There used to be an uptime command. There did. But then I don't have a chatbot. Because every single time I stream, I'm like, oh yeah, chatbot, I need to enable that. And then I stop streaming and I forget. And it's impossible for me to remember. Someone needs to tell Cav to come in here and do it. So I've tried to remember so many times. There we go. Beautiful. Everyone needs to send you Twitter messages saying chatbot. Actually, yeah, that might work. Someone tag me in like an hour after I stop streaming. Just tag me the word chatbot. And I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, I can turn that on. And I'll do it. So this floor won't be used for a very long time. You'll be like, what a weird message, and then next time you start streaming, you'll be like, oh, right. You know, you're probably right. Righty-ho. So we should hook these up, really, you know. We don't really have the belts is the problem, but on the other hand, merge your facing that way. Right, and then yeah, that's right. If we start with what we've got, we'll put these on 9 and we'll put the better ones on 0. We've only got one machine making these right now, but we can speed up the out of this at least. it's going to be a wall with just one. Like that. And then a wall like that. And then in the future, as I say, we'll have a cute little walkway. However, for now, since we don't have walkways, we're going to have to use it. Ugly, ugly foundation. We don't have door walls either. God, all the crap they hid behind these coupons. So, okay, the center line needs these plates, but the ones going into here, like that, can be the slow ones. And if if we were going to work it out exactly, the center line wouldn't even need those plates all the way, would it? Just need it like halfway. But for convenience's sake, so for now we'll just bring in the whole line. Oh. Shoulders are hurting again today. I think that's just a thing that happens to me now. My shoulders just hurt. Okay, so one problem is that this one is still on producing rotors, which I'm going to turn off and then stop the screws going in there. So since we need the plates for now, we'll just fill this with screws. We'll be getting plates a little quicker. This'll be fine. So we tell this just to make plates. Now we should split the input between the plates and the rods eventually. Hang on, we can skip the screw process as well by just making it out of those. That's handy, we found that. This stream is boring. Oi! How dare you insult my stream? That's the wrong part. One misclick and you just break the factory forever. See, it's very exciting actually. Then we need to hook this thing up to power, which is going to be a pain, as always. and trip the power. Almost certainly this will trip the power. How's the power looking, actually? We might actually get away with it. If not, we'll have to go add more coal plants over there. Righty-ho. Oh. Thank you very much, Archangel, for hosting for up to 5 viewers. Wow. Which way do we want to come? We can send stuff. Yeah, let's merge towards this end. We'll send stuff up the middle. Where are we? 6. Okay, so merger. Want it to face this way. Delete that one. And then, how much do these output? Okay, 20 per minute. Which means 4 of these could fill a belt. Which means 8 of them could fill a fast belt. Which means 16 of them feeding onto one belt. We're going to need at least level 3 belts here, but they can use level 1s to feed onto the main belt anyway, so we'll put them in. Nope. And then we need, ideally, level 3 belts running down the middle here. And everywhere else. Because, let's see. They use 30 per. Which means this belt's only enough to feed 4 of these machines. Which is funny. Oh no, we can't actually tell how much they use, I don't think. We'll see, eh? Alright, so let's put in faster belts in the middle. Is running stuff up this end a good idea? Suddenly I doubt myself. Yeah, it's fine. It works. It's fine. So we spin that merger around. I like the idea of just feeding stuff up the center between the 2 factories, you know? The problem with this is initially we're going to have a huge amount of iron plate production and like nothing else. We're not quite going to have enough, I don't think. No, we'll have to go get more from over there. Hope that enough has been made. Oop. The good thing now is there's actually extra levels of these constructors and smelters in, I believe. So we can speed things up without actually putting in more space. Where are we? Here, yes. Oh, 42. That's flying now that we fed all the screws into it. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Can we get up this ladder? Yes, we can. Going to destroy the iron plate market. Indeed. Then we need a fast belt running all the way down the side. I think we've got enough though. We do splitters now. Facing this way. Oh, we're getting close. Hang on. Did I put them in the wrong way? I did. I put them in the wrong way. Happens more often than you think. It's going to be fun when I finally flip the switch on this place and it trips the power. Alright. Fall off the edge. By walking backwards like a fool. I don't really like avocados. It's a good Scouse joke, that. Do you like avocado? Nah, I can't drive. You get to do it about once a year. Always fun though. Some Mark IIs down the edge. And then same again. this is a splitter on this belt. Connect to the belt, you get, there we go. Can't afford, where? So close. Did I put the middle in here? I did. Alright. So I'm going to split along here. Not going to have enough to put the whole line in the faster belt. Not that it matters at all, because until we've got much faster belts, this place is not going to be using all of the materials available to it. But we can still hook it up. It's just being a bit finicky, that one. Alright, so now the power, which we can route down the middle, but we've got to climb over. I think this will end up being enough. People talking about what counts as a millennial. So we need to leave this one with an available slot, don't we? God, this sucks. I hate it. That one's full. Not quite. Still missing one at the end, even with all that. Even with all of that. So this is hooked up. And that whole line is now as well. go. I think they're all hooked up. Oh no, hang on. There's another row back there, isn't there? Curses. Ah, soon. It's such a big job to get like basic construction on at a respectable level. Okay, so they're all hooked up. Okay, so this now is going to work like we've got a wall. It's the wrong way around. The wall textures look a little odd now. And then we're going to have a double-sided wall pole. Right. And then another one. Look how good that looks. That's brilliant. We'll obviously tidy this up once we put in more production over there, but there we go. So that should now, they should all come on. Except we're still missing some. Of the plates here, but there we go. I love the change in colours. It goes like pink and purple and blue throughout the day here. It's really cool. There we go. We're hooked up. Now our only problem is that we've only got level 1 belts coming off the smelters. Righty-ho. So that we're limited to 120 iron bars per minute right now, which is all being smelted into plates. Probably won't be so bad, will it? Given, like, you know, not all of these are going to be on at once. Not all the smelters are going to get to empty at once. And if we split this 3 ways, that wouldn't be very good, would it? So we also need to make rods and screws out of this line. Which means, you know, possibly running 1 line up the middle and there, and 1 line up the middle of there. Given that they're outputting 30, so 30, 60, 90, 120. You know, basically, one of these could fill 2. So we could be running 4 lines of this out right now. But we're only running 1 instead. But really, we'll limit ourselves to 2 and then just upgrade the belts as they come. So we can run 1 belt in there and then 1 belt to the rods. Yes. Well, I'm going to call it there for today, I think. Are we done here? We are. We had 1 single extra rod in the constructor there. We've just about finished. So the extra plates. Got a thing full of rods. We'll let this finish up with screws, but then we're done. That's all the screws we have. Then we need to copy this floor again, exactly, but on top. That's probably enough smelters to smelt all the iron we're able to bring over for a little while anyway. Ah well, problems for another time. Oh, we can get a little peek here. Is that tall enough? Yeah. It looks like this doesn't poke up through the roof. If we do a 3 tall floor. Very nice. And these will all fill up as well with iron ingots, which is nice. So this will keep going, and it will act as like a buffer, like, and storage of iron plates. Like while we build the rest of the factory, this will just be backing up, and every one of these machines will fill with 100. Which will leave us with, what, 3,200? Just like ready to flow out of the machines as fast as. Which is pretty good. This is... Oh, this little area here, this is all you need for copper for a surprisingly long time. Like, you need a box of cable, a box of wire, and also now you need a box of these tubes. But this is all being fed by one miner and a single smelter. Once you've got that set up, that's like your first 10 hours of copper right there. What a nightmare it was meeting up with people before mobile phones. That was a nightmare. Yeah, if someone's not there, then you're like, are they gonna be like 10 minutes late? Or were they just like fully delayed and like just can't make it? So now I'm just stuck here. Then you're like, well, I've waited this long, should I leave? But you know they're gonna show up 2 minutes after you leave, right? Oh, that was hell, that was. I'm having nightmares about pre-modern technology days. Hypertubes are going to make this a lot more fun. But that is for once we've got this sorted. And once that's all sorted, then we need to bring some of that coal over to make steel. MSN Messenger was a thing. Oh god. MSN Messenger used to let you change your screen name and profile picture to just be like someone else's, and then you could change your font to be like theirs as well, and just impersonate them. And just like fuck with people. God, it made trolling really easy. Okay, so next time we expand the factory and we expand power, because once this whole place turns on, that will probably be tripped. But we can easily like double that up. We just have to pipe over more water. And bring up more coal. Well, that's it for me today. Let's do a save. I need to go eat. I don't think there'll be anyone on to raid, but we'll have a little look. It is only midday. Right. Click. No, there is no one on. Okay. Well, I will see you all tomorrow then, folks, at the regular time. Thanks for stopping by. Farewell.